Is the legendary Bitcoin 4-year cycle officially dead? I don't know, but many so-called analysts are saying that it is. They must have asked their mama. Hey, what do they know? Bitcoin has entered its most unpredictable era yet, leaving retail investors shocked and institutions scrambling. From intense geopolitical standoffs and multi-million-dollar landfill updates to a massive Wall Street showdown, the crypto landscape is shifting beneath our feet. Did you know? Bitcoin just passed an unforgettable milestone in its history. The 20 millionth Bitcoin was officially mined. Are you paying attention, Paul? This leaves only 1 million Bitcoin left to be discovered out of the total, immutable 21 million supply limit. As scarcity hits an all-time high, the mining difficulty has reached unprecedented levels of hash rate power, with electricity requirements going through the roof, turning the race for the remaining coins into an elite, multi-billion-dollar industrial operation. But this is nothing compared to what is coming in April 2028. The block reward drops from 3.125 Bitcoin to 1.5625 Bitcoin per block, at block height 1,050,000. Let me ask you this. Do you know how rare Bitcoin will be then, Sarah? The squeeze. Daily Bitcoin issuance will shrink from roughly 450 Bitcoin to 225 Bitcoin. If you do the math, it's quite alarming. The theory. Historically, this supply shock drives up the Bitcoin asset's value, as Michael Saylor of Strategy knows all too well. Now, when, not if, the price of Bitcoin surges, the higher dollar value can offset the smaller Bitcoin reward. It will make the miners more profitable, as the new Bitcoin being mined will have increasing value due to the scarcity of the Satoshis being produced. There is long-held theory, but others call it belief, that things will get so bad for the US dollar that it will take are you ready? 1 Bitcoin to $100 million. That would mean that each Satoshi is equal to $1. This has been the narrative for over a decade. Now, if that comes to pass, billions of people will be totally knackered, they have no Bitcoin, and cannot participate in what would be the new financial system of hard money. Like how the African countries are unable to provide basic infrastructure for their huge population, this shockwave will be felt on a global scale. It won't be like, oh, I can't afford eggs today. It would be like, oh, I can't afford eggs this month because it's so expensive. You talk about people living in their cars in the US, there will be people living in the train stations. Oh, wait, that's already a thing in the US. You look further and the mining shakeup is already happening. The losers will be the smaller, inefficient mining operations will likely shut down because their electricity costs will eat up too much of their profit margin. The elite class operations run by greedy corporations like those large publicly traded mining companies with access to ultra-cheap energy like hydro or nuclear will grab a larger piece of the pie, while leaving everyone else to try and get the crumbs from the floor. You don't believe me? Wait and see, increasing their overall network dominance. Listen up, Tony. The pivot to AI, many massive mining firms aren't just mining crypto anymore. They are pivoting computing power toward AI data centers and high-performance computing to lock in stable fiat profits alongside Bitcoin accumulation, scooping up thousands of Bitcoin, while the poor look on with envy and despair. The so-called new economic model. Transaction fees. With fewer newly minted coins entering circulation, miners will become increasingly dependent on network transaction fees to secure the blockchain. Layer 2's scenario. The success of the network will rely heavily on Layer 2 scaling solutions, like the Lightning Network, keeping base transaction volume high enough to provide lucrative fee pools for miners. What it means for the future. Remember this date, write it down if you have to. By the year 2028, nearly 97% of all Bitcoin will already be in circulation. Let that sink in for a moment. By the year 2140, this sets the stage for the ultimate future of mining. By 2140, all 21 million Bitcoin will have been minted, and miners will be compensated 100% through transaction fees. Disclaimer, nothing said in this video is financial advice. Always do your own research. The market is constantly changing, so be careful with your fiat money. Subscribe and like plus comment if this content moved you or opened your eyes to a new version of the Matrix.